Her background is nerd.
Darren should have gone to school here instead of Cutter, because you are a devil. I can tell you that right now.
She rolls in like she's a Hollywood movie star now. She just here, hey, she's just here for the camera.
I guess I tooted.
No hard-hitting questions here.
Yeah, Shall we talk about my one-sentence resignation?
Welcome to the next edition or next, I guess, episode. That's a better way of saying that in the podcast world.
You need me to sing again?
No, do not sing. On the road again. We've got that looped. We'll play that every time.
I can't
but
wait to get
anyway, Spilling the Tea, Studio D, doing the 40-year celebration of co-ops. And today we're very honored to be at Northwest Co-op. And so we got the director, Jody Wiggins, and the TCC / Assistant Director, Missy Hixson. And so, again, thank you all for having us. We appreciate the opportunity to get out. And the whole purpose of this celebration year, 40 years of service, what co-ops do, what they mean, that kind of thing. So we had the idea to get out and really highlight co-ops and really show what they do and the importance, I would say, of co-ops and just flat out the support that's provided to the school districts. And everybody's a little different, so that's what's kind of neat about this whole process for us is getting out to see everybody. It seems like everybody may have, a certain niche here and there or whatever. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But first of all, Missy, why don't we start with you and talk to, how about your journey, educationally speaking? Number one, why'd you get into education? And number two, kind of the path that led you here.
Well, I am originally from Stuttgart, Arkansas, moved up to Russellville and graduated from Russellville High Tech, thinking I was going to be a journalist.
Right.
Cool.
That didn't work out.
Right, yeah.
So went into education and was going to start at the high school level and with journalism, and then moved to elementary ed. So
gotcha.
I taught in Morrilton 15 years, and then moved up Northwest, followed a football coach husband up here, and have been up here about 25 years now.
Wow. Okay.
So taught up here, moved up to, my first administration job was transportation director.
That's
so
awesome.
I had bought a bus.
You drive you've driven a
no,
bus?
I did not drive.
Oh, yeah.
I turned the job down the first time, and then they came back and said, you don't have to drive. So I said, okay, I'm in.
Good
And
choice.
so,
Darren and I both drove
I killed
buses.
somebody, basically, if I can't even drive a car.
And Jody too,
Yeah. He's laughing like he knows that.
We all,
but I ran a bus shop for a year with curriculum.
Yeah, that's a pretty unique combination
cool.
right there.
That's neat.
Yeah. Where was that at?
At Prairie Grove.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and then they just moved me to curriculum, kind of certified, all staff certified stuff, and then assistant soup.
Yeah, so. I could see where that'd be interesting, hanging out in the bus bar, and next thing you know, you're in front of the teachers trying to get them buttoned up and back on curriculum. That'd be kind of a neat day.
It was a shift. And then my transportation director that really ran it passed away in January.
Wow.
So like I was really in charge.
Yeah.
And you're like, the bus goes where?
Yeah, exactly.
So I had to really, it started out more logistics, which is my gig.
Sure.
So, and then when he passed away, then we had to kind of reshuffle.
Right, yeah.
I owe a lot to the Farmington bus shop because they came over and did my run through for the state coming through. I paid them lots of pizza that year.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Or fed them lots of pizza.
That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what grades were some of your favorites?
I taught third the most, but ended up in fourth grade math. He laughs. That's another story. He's a math teacher, and he thinks I have kindergarten math level. So that's what he does.
That's a stretch.
When Jody put that spreadsheet down, I was like, he has to be a math teacher.
He's a math teacher.
And let me tell you, Candace was slobbering
I was
over
like,
that thing.
This
Oh my
is
gosh!
so awesome!
I know.
Like I said, he had to be a former math teacher.
Exactly.
Trying to explain to him what's up here and came out here. It's two different deals. But I taught third and fourth the most. So
how long you been at the co-op?
I believe this is my 9th year. I came in 2017-ish.
Okay.
Summer of 17. So
there's a couple of similarities. I mean, I've been in co-op now this is going into my 10th, but radio, television, background. Thought that's. I mean, it did open a door actually for my first job. You know, a little bit with oral communications and that kind of thing. But it's simple. I mean, tell God your plans. I was blessed because He let this fool do what he wanted to, and say, okay, you've had fun. Now it's my turn, kind of thing. So, but yeah,
That's print journalism, but I was going to be Barbara Walters.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That didn't work out.
Yeah,
So.
man.
Yeah, but I could see you doing that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I talk a lot.
Yep.
Yeah,
Jody
for sure.
says, "Yep."
Yeah. Well,
See, it's
yeah.
it's strengths and weaknesses. You know, like you
He
and Darren
does
are
that.
like, Jody and I
Yeah.
are like. It works when you
Yeah.
have opposites.
High strung,
you know,
not.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's opposite. Again, high strung.
high strung, not. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even think I own a piece of string anymore. When
Yeah.
you work with as many women as I do, there's nothing to worry about. They
I
cover
understand.
every bit of that, right?
I
So,
understand.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing for me.
Yeah, we're down to 2 men here, I
Yeah.
think, right? We
Yep.
did have 3.
Yeah.
Now we're down to
I tell
2.
people all the time, I some days I run down to AutoZone, crack open the brake fluid just to bring back some testosterone.
He's like, Michael, you gotta come over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Get over here, Michael.
Yeah. So, Jody, what about your path?
Okay, so I graduated from Highland High School, Hardy, Arkansas.
Yep.
Went back there and taught for 5 years. I went to school at the U of A. So then I came back over here because I liked Northwest Arkansas. Worked in Springdale, Lincoln, and then Siloam Springs for 22 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I was there for a long time. Did just about everything in administration you can imagine there at some point. And then this position opened up, and been here for a year.
Yeah. Well, and you know, I guess the thing too, and y'all both can probably, know where I'm coming from on this is just, the thing that I love about co-ops, I will say this, is the opportunity to impact more kids. And that was probably the biggest draw for me, because I don't know about you all, but when I got the opportunity to go to the co-op, really wasn't looking to go to the co-op, and had been a member of the board where I was at, and knew what they did for us, that kind of thing. And then, like I said, when the opportunity came, I thought, wow, this is kind of cool. We'll get to impact many more students. So that's been a cool thing. So maybe some of the things, since you guys have been in a co-op, and I know you've been here only a year, any major differences, minor differences, you think?
Between being in a school system and being at the co-op?
Right.
So the stress level is different at the co-op.
Yes.
That is something that hit me really quickly.
Yeah.
Especially coming from a superintendent's role to director's role.
Yeah. Right.
The stress level on a daily basis is different.
Yeah.
I don't dread phone calls on in the evening and on weekends
that's
anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Except
Except
Missy's.
mine.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, that's what the shady button's for.
But I enjoy being here. The impact on kids, but also the impact on educational leaders in our region.
Yes.
I relish that role of being a mentor or at least a trusted source of information or advice.
Yes.
And so I have a great relationship with all of our superintendents up here. We've got a great group, and I enjoy working with them, working beside them, and trying to figure out how we can do things better. Yeah,
and we were talking a little bit about that on the way up. I think it's so important, in all the things that co-ops do. And you're right, the leadership piece to the adult side of things is something too. I think that we all, enjoy, but I guess glean some satisfaction from doing that. But I think the thing on the other side that I've realized our approach has been, we'll push in where we need to, but the respect that you get, like you say, from being colleagues or whatever, that they call and say, hey, I'm dealing with this, how can you help, kind of thing. So and that's never the same thing 2 days in a row either.
I just think it's cool that I learned so much from so many different leaders, and then you can take all the things you've learned and used, but then you can share that with so many other people.
Yeah.
So, people that invested in you get to kind of give back and invest in others is pretty cool.
I agree with that.
So small school, what's the smallest school you guys serve?
I would say Decatur.
Okay.
600 kids.
Yeah,
maybe?
I
500?
would say we go
Three?
from one of the smallest, not the smallest, but one of the smallest to absolutely the largest
Yes.
in the state.
Yeah.
Of our 16, we have 4 of the top
Very large.
5.
Yeah.
4 of
yeah.
the top 5,
Yeah.
and then we have several very small schools too.
Well, like Springdale, any idea square miles, how big the district
It runs
is?
2 counties, though. Benton and Washington doesn't it split
I don't
in
know
there?
the square mileage. Last count I remember was about 25,000 students.
Probably,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and
We have
then-
106,000 up here, give or take.
Yeah. And
Kids.
students.
Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and I think about Bentonville too. They're always busting at the seams,
Yes.
always packing more in there. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's the other thing I think sometimes, you know, the message is the same with a lot of stuff that we have to help with, right?
Right.
But again, sometimes it's the delivery, you know, that I guess we have to have that ability to adjust on the fly, if you will.
Yeah.
So,
And it's interesting dealing with such different size schools. You know, our big districts do a lot of stuff in house that,
Yes.
that our
Our-
school districts
yeah.
can't, that our
Right.
smaller
Yeah.
ones
Right.
can't.
Ours do.
Absolutely.
And so we have to be there to support some things in the smaller districts that the big districts do on their
right.
own,
Oh yeah.
especially professional development wise.
Sure.
So and that's not to say we don't get participants from the big school districts. We do,
Right.
but I would say that the majority come from our smaller districts.
Yeah, and we have multiple layers. Like our instructional facilitator group runs 60 to 80 people.
Yeah.
And some of the other co-ops don't have an instructional
Sure.
facilitator group because
Right.
that's
Right.
the masses. That's the worker bees
Right.
in most
Yeah.
of our curriculum work,
Sure.
PD work.
Yep.
We train the trainers in the
Yep.
bigger
Right.
districts.
Yeah.
Where in the smaller districts, usually the
Yeah.
folks that are actually going to go out and do the work come in and train. So we just have so many layers here when we
Sure.
involve the big districts.
Yeah.
So we serve 16 school districts, public school districts.
Public.
Right.
In addition to that, we have probably 6
Six.
charters
Mm-hmm.
in Northwest Arkansas, and then, as Missy said earlier, about 106,000 students, 161 school buildings. So
6,000 educators.
that's kind of what makes up our co-op.
Right. So with the charters, have y'all seen growth within the last, I don't know, 5-6 years?
We've seen more charters come in,
Right.
definitely, especially over the last decade, I would say. We have seen some come and go.
Right.
But you know, we have a couple that take advantage of our services.
Sure. Yeah.
And then some that don't necessarily.
Right.
We try to reach out and make sure that they know they're welcome to come.
Yeah, and you know, I think that's one of those maybe thoughts that are out there, you know, is the fact that, you know, public doesn't play well with charter. I mean, at the end of the day, we're in the kid business.
Right.
And I you know, and I think obviously we're the same way. We're going to support where we can support, and because at the end of the day, you know, we're building the future, so to speak.
Right.
So
We
you know.
support probably, I don't know how many private schools we have up here,
Yeah.
quite a few, but they even
Right.
come. We
Yeah.
support a
Yeah.
lot of private
Yeah.
schools.
Yeah.
And back to your question that you asked him about the change of charter schools. Since I've been here, when I came in 2017, we probably had 5 charters, so we've only grown 1, but they may
Right.
have more satellite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that more
Right.
So
yeah.
it's one school, but they have more
Yeah.
satellite places.
Yeah.
So
Well, and you know, and I guess that's the world we live in is obviously year to year choice is going to be probably you know, and again, I've said it like this. I am a solid K-12 guy. Believe in it, went through
Same.
it, you know.
yes.
But at the end of the day, the parents have to make that decision.
Right.
And you know, and who are we to say what's best or not best?
Right.
And then I get back into my old coaching days, and I think, you know, well, okay, so if somebody's doing something and having success with it, and it's kind of like looking at game film.
Right.
What are they doing to get that result? You know, and so I'm not afraid to go in and talk to them, and beg, borrow, and steal the idea. If it's good for kids, it's good for kids.
Right.
So,
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
We play well with our charters.
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
they're just,
absolutely.
I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
we don't even notice a difference. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
handful
Yeah.
that don't come, but
yeah. Well, and you know, and being in this part of the state, there's no doubt. I mean, education obviously is a very important piece of the pie in all things Northwest Arkansas, because you know, I know the folks coming in from out of state
Right.
to go to work for some of the big corporations,
Right.
let's say Walmart over in Bentonville or whatever the case might be. Education is something that they look at, and I mean, honestly, you can look at Northwest Arkansas across the board, quality, you know, and so that, and in order to maintain that,
Right.
that's where you guys got to come in and say, hey, you know.
And we have the affluent, and we have the extreme poverty as
Sure.
well. People
Right.
always say, "Oh, the
Yeah.
land of the
Those
milk
are-
and
yeah.
honey," but
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
in reality.
Yeah.
You know, we do have areas that we have to support in the
Sure.
poverty.
Oh, yeah.
Our ESL population
Yeah.
is humongous up
Yeah.
here, not just in Springdale. I think Rogers
Right.
is real close to
Yeah,
their population.
we have about 40% of the ESL population in the state in our co-op.
Wow. Yeah.
Um,
That's amazing.
So,
most of those within 3 or 4 districts, but
Yeah.
but the
it's pretty
University of
concentrated.
Arkansas brings in a lot.
Sure.
We get a lot through their teaching,
Yeah.
their professors and so forth.
Right.
So Fayetteville has quite a few.
Well, so that was going to be my question. I mean, how do you support those kinds of numbers? I mean, I know you've got some staff.
some.
Yeah.
We have the same amount you do.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
do.
Yeah,
exactly.
We do.
Right.
Yeah, we feel your pain too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
So we do the best we can.
Yeah.
You know, we host a lot of stuff here during the summer. We've
Right.
had a very busy summer. During the year, we try to push in our folks try to push in
Right.
as much as possible.
Right.
But with 161 schools,
Sure.
the chances of us getting into every school is slim.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Um,
you know, down our way with Henderson, they have that ESOL Academy, and basically they're training trainers with the teachers, and I mean that's probably by far one of our larger trainings every year. So.
Yeah, we had 3 cohorts
We
right
had-
through here.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
And so
well
really and
received.
truly, I mean, in order to meet the masses, that's probably the best approach, I would think, right?
I have a huge ESL coordinator group too.
Mm-hmm.
We did have the ESL department from the
from the state.
state housed up here, but that's no longer here. But our
Right.
ESL coordinators, we run 20, 25, 30 people through here monthly
Wow.
for a coordinators
Yeah.
meeting. So
And up until just this last month, we had an ESL specialist,
Yeah.
and that has been taken away.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know,
Yeah.
and when we talk ESOL or what, everybody automatically thinks we're just talking about the Hispanic population. And you guys up here probably
Marshallese.
Marshallese, which
and Hispanic mostly,
yeah,
but Marshallese as well.
Yeah, and when I first heard of Marshallese, I was like, what the heck? What is that? You
And
know?
Pacific Islanders.
Yeah.
And I'm
Pacific
thinking
Islanders.
Springdale has like
7 languages.
57 or 59 different languages spoken as first language in their school district,
Wow.
Wow.
if I remember that correctly.
Right. And I'm from a small school district. When we had parent-teacher conference or whatever, we would go through the University of Arkansas in their
Yeah.
foreign language department to get translators
Sure.
in.
Yeah.
So even in my small district, I had 62 children that we serviced.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, we band together up here. Whoever's got help, they
Yeah.
send them our way. So
Yeah.
Going back to what you said about the ESL group or whatever, the coordinators, that I think that's super important for the co-ops. Like we have tons of the Java-like groups.
Right.
For them to even get together, we had pushed a survey out a few years back, and
Yeah.
the art teachers were like, "Hey, can we have a group, because I'm the only art teacher in our entire district." I
Yeah.
mean, so I think that's a real benefit of us, that we can bring everybody together, and not necessarily like I can facilitate that. I don't know
Yeah.
all that stuff, but I can facilitate a meeting and get somebody to kind of
Right.
right.
to
Well,
head
it was
up.
interesting because when our ESL specialist went away, one of the district leaders stepped up and said, "I'll run the group." So it was
Right.
like, "Phew, okay,
Same, same
I
for-
don't have to do that.
Yeah,
but-
same for us too. They're like, "Can we
Um,
have a room?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can have a
Yeah.
room." Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
and I think that's probably, something that's pretty unique about co-ops is that adaptability. Somebody comes to you with something. Again, I think about our library media specialist
Yeah.
group.
Yep.
Yeah. We have a big
Katie,
one.
she stepped in and kind of pulls that together. But again, not a group necessarily. Had we not surveyed them,
Right.
I mean,
Right. Yeah.
but now that they're starting to come together, word gets out. More and more
Right.
people start to come, and and the thing that makes it a little bit easier now for all of us, I think, is the Zoom capability. It's not ideal, but if we can at least get them together, because
Yes.
I talked to Candace about this old school. I mean, when I was principal, assistant principal, we'd go to the co-op. One of my favorite things to do was after lunch, everybody throw a problem or issue in the hat. We'd pull it out. We'd talk about it.
Right.
And I think, I mean, that's some of the best learning I feel like I ever got was
yeah.
just being
On the
able to
spot.
take
We
a,
do that all the time.
take a
Yeah.
a deep breath and go, wow, I'm
Yeah.
not the only one dealing with that.
Yeah,
So,
after he said that, I'm like, oh, we're doing that, and it's the best every time. They
Right.
love it.
Well, Jody and I worked together years ago in federal programs, and our federal programs group is really. You were president of the state one that year, but we would come together here at the co-op,
Yeah.
and the big districts would help us. I mean,
Yeah.
I had 12 hats, and they may have had one.
yeah,
And so I knew enough to be dangerous, and
Yeah.
those groups help
Yeah.
the smaller
Oh,
districts
yeah.
that know
Exactly.
yeah.
they know enough to fill out the paperwork,
Yeah.
and then it.
Well, and I think through the years, the thing that's really interesting about education as a profession, although it's probably one of the largest in the state of Arkansas, right? But when it gets right down to it, it's like a small family. I mean, everybody's willing to help everybody.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that's the thing I think, again, tied to the co-ops is the ability to, you said stress level's different, but now you have the time to dig in when somebody calls with
Sure.
an issue, hopefully, and
Sure.
say, hey, So if you had to say you guys maybe specialized in something up here, what do you think it would be? I mean, I know there's 1,000 things coming at us, but
Well, I'm going to say PD because
Yeah.
our professional development in the summer, I think we've had 200, 250 on a one day.
yeah,
Today's a light day, and we have 80.
Right.
And you saw the parking lot was
Sure.
packed. So
yeah,
now during the school year, it's light because we try
Right.
not
Right.
to pull them out. But
Right.
yeah,
I mean, you have to. But
right.
I just wish we had a bigger space to hold on occasion
groups.
those
Yeah.
larger groups because we
Yeah.
can only hold 100,
Yeah.
and we could fill up 250 easy
Oh yeah.
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 in one room.
Well,
so.
and that's the thing, with the PD is making sure, like you're saying, that it is good. It's really good. I mean, yeah, because there's lots of opportunities now online. So I
Right.
mean, what separates you? But I think it's that face to face,
Absolutely.
because even a Zoom, like I say, it'll do, but it's still not the same. You can't read emotion. You can't read those kinds of things so much as you can face to face.
Right.
And this is the most efficient way to do
Oh,
professional
absolutely.
development for
Yes.
our schools.
Right.
Yeah.
For
Now we had to get creative. Was it last week on a Friday? We had 130 people, and I got with Michael, and we have 2 Zoom rooms. And I told Sandy, I was like, okay, we're gonna have to do this. Have 130 people because we had maxed it at 80, and
Right.
all the districts were calling.
Right.
And so we crammed as many as we could face to face with her, and then a building down, which wasn't far, stuck everybody else in there with facilitators, so they were
Right.
reiterating what she said. It worked out really well.
We had that with the nurses because think
Yeah.
about 160-something schools.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
each one of them has a nurse plus.
Yep.
We had 3 rooms. I don't know if that was last summer. We had 3 rooms going. The main room in here
Yeah.
with 110, 120. And we
their
zoomed
others.
into 2
Yep.
others. So we probably ran easy 250
Yeah.
at one
Right.
time.
Yeah.
It wasn't ideal.
It wasn't ideal, but
Ideal,
it did
but-
work. It did work pretty well. I mean,
Oh,
it
And we
was-
fed them all lunch,
Yeah.
so they were good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
If you
Yes.
feed them lunch, they're good. If it
That-
gets
that's,
crammed.
that's right, exactly. They forget about that proximity, yeah. But the thing too, I guess in the 10 years of being at the co-op, I really have seen a shift for everybody. Not even, I'm not just saying co-op to co-op, but across the state, people coming together and trying to do great things. I mean, I can remember the day, let's just say Springdale had a great idea. We're not going to share it with anybody.
Oh, yeah.
But now, if it's a great idea, again, it's a great idea.
Right.
right.
And-
Right.
And what's interesting, we're pushed to be more competitive with each other now than we ever have
Right.
been.
Sure.
But I do think that there's more openness now with sharing ideas
Yeah.
Yeah.
and telling what's working.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because I think at the end of the day, everybody wants to help kids.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
and most people are.
I think
S-
one of
selfless.
the good things also up here is, Jody has a great superintendent group, and I know when we have things we have to roll out as a collaborative group, they do run things past each other
Right.
before, and they roll out a Northwest Arkansas face, if you will.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
We've done that multiple times, and then even prior to him coming in, when COVID ran through,
Right.
you know, we had all
Yeah.
these policies and procedures we had to
Yeah.
follow. We had,
Yeah.
you know, they were just crackerjacket running things through.
Right.
So
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, and you know, again, we talk about this all the time, but at the end of the day, it's about relationships.
Right.
Period. You know, from you know, the kindergarten or pre-K student all the way up. You know,
Right.
it's all about relationships, and that's the thing. I think one of the things I appreciate the most about the profession is, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind I can pick up the phone, call people in different parts of the state that I've had the privilege to meet or work with, and you know they'll help out. But it wasn't always that way.
No. Right.
I mean, it used to be like I say, competitive. You know, what are y'all doing? Well, you know, they may tell you the name of the program or, you know, hit at it, but they wouldn't open the books like they do now.
Right.
So,
Yep.
You know, I think back, our original purpose as Cooperative is to kind of bring all those schools together
Right.
and find efficiencies for them.
sure.
And so we talked about Java-like groups that were relatively small, but let's say 504 coordinators.
Yep.
You know,
we just did
when
that.
we have several new ones come in our
Sure.
co-op and we need a training for 504,
Yep.
we may not have that person on staff here.
Right.
But I can reach out to our superintendents, and within 10 minutes, somebody says, mine can do that.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
And so we'll
Yeah.
set that up,
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
where they can't do it in their in-house because they don't have
Yeah.
the ability to do that in-house, those smaller districts, we can
Yeah.
bring them all in here and use the expertise
Yeah.
of somebody.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Well, and there's many times in a smaller district, I mean, they just said, you're 504 coordinator.
Yeah.
You're it
Oh, yeah.
today.
Yeah, exactly.
So we didn't have,
Right.
you know, we don't have the people to do the training because you're on the job training,
Sure.
whatever
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I find that too. Like you're saying, if we have a need or whatever, they're quick to pitch in and say. And
Sure.
like I know, like with Jeremy, what he's helping us out with down
Federal
there.
programs.
Yeah, federal programs. He's a guru.
Fantastic.
Neither one of us are. I mean, we both probably dealt with it on some level.
Yeah.
But I mean, he knows his stuff, and he's done a great job with that. You know, I think too. You know, some of the things that there are other things that aren't as sexy when it comes to cooperative stuff. Like for us, some of our smaller schools, they go in and purchased a SkyTrack or something like that they share. We provide the trailer. We coordinate getting it from school to school sometimes and those kinds of things. So there are lots of things depending on, like you said earlier, size of the schools. But if they request it, we try to figure out a way, you know, to meet them wherever it is they need to be met. So.
You need to ask them about their embarrassing moments, and
Yeah.
definitely cannot be
Yeah.
worse than Jim Ford's. Let's just say that.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, as a teacher, I know both of you had to have that, especially, well, we didn't mention either that Missy is one hell of a, what am I trying to say?
Cornhole.
Cornhole. She is the cornhole queen, you know,
Yeah.
right?
Any questions?
Listen,
yeah.
are you prepared? Because
Yeah,
you got to beat you got to
yeah,
beat us this
yeah.
year. You know.
So, well, maybe it just,
Were you at the same cornhole tournament that I was at?
maybe she just had an off night, right? Is
I
that
don't
right?
know.
It could have been, you know.
I have an ornament
Yeah.
from you.
That's right.
Proves
Oh,
it.
that
That's
ornament.
right.
That
Yeah,
ornament. I'm
yeah,
so glad
yeah.
you won that.
That's
So
awesome.
awesome.
So along the way teaching, there's bound to been several.
Jody's
you
Jody's
know,
like, which
You
one?
go first.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to figure out one
Yeah.
that I might can actually share
Yeah.
on
No,
camera.
No,
Yeah.
you can share.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like he's a math teacher.
Oh yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
a math teacher. Will appreciate. One day I was teaching and we're doing the properties, associated property. Bell rings and I had written ASS, and all the ninth graders were dying. Like nobody was getting up, and I was like, oh my gosh, go to class.
Well, that's the Ingleside side.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought you were going to tell the day about when you were
Which
wearing
one?
your white pants.
Oh my
and
gosh,
teaching.
those were that was horrible.
Yeah.
I sat in chocolate at a day Adventist lunch, and you know, like Missy, they know I cannot sit still. So the kids are like, Miss Bennett, you got, and I'm surprised they even told me. They were like, you got something on your pants, and I'm like, oh, it's fine. And I'm like, come on. And so I'm teaching, and my co-teacher happened to come in, and she popped her head in, and I'm like, hey, I was like, kid said I had something on my pants, and she goes, "You got to get in the hallway." And they were like, "We told you." So I was like, "Give me just a minute." So she said, "Go to the bathroom." So I'm like, the mirrors, you're like jumping up to try to see. So I take my pants off. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It was like chocolate. So I'm like, get a paper towel. So I walk back in, and I'm junior high kids, okay? So I walk in. I said, "Okay, get it over with." My pants, it looks like I peed my pants, and they all just died. I was like, okay, now back to work. And then I started teaching, and they were over it. It was fine.
Let me just say
that was bad.
That story has not been verified by any candy company. So chocolate
definitely was chocolate.
Okay, yeah. At least you didn't taste it in front of the kids.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So.
I'll tell mine. Mine's not anything horrible, but actually I taught 6th grade math. I know that's going to be hard to believe.
Huh.
I'm shocked. Yeah.
And I had braces, but I had been wearing a retainer.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there. They were doing something, and I was sitting there kind of flicking my retainer, and it goes rolling out in front of 6th grade boys.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, do I just let it go or picked it up?
Just kept on.
Yeah,
I just kept on going. It just looked like my false teeth fell out. But
Oh yeah.
I got a worse one, but I can't say it on air.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Oh, surely.
I can't believe that you taught 6th grade math.
I did.
He's like
I did.
still like processing.
Yeah.
She's told me that zeros don't matter.
Yeah, they just hold the place.
No matter which side of the decimal they're on, they don't matter.
They just hold a place.
They just hold a place.
Hey, I'm on board with that
I
actually.
used to be
So,
federal coordinator or federal programs too.
Yeah.
That scares him.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Jody. You can tell. Listen, we've had all kinds of stuff told on air. Passing gas, like all like everything. It don't matter.
Okay, so embarrassing, I don't know, but the people in my office got a kick out of it. I know that. So I was an assistant principal, vice principal at Siloam High, and it was several years ago.
Yeah.
And I had a really good relationship with our school resource officer, but it was kind of a competitive relationship.
Right.
And so we would try to one-up each other.
Yeah.
And so we would save screensavers on each other's computers that were.
You gotcha.
Anyway, at some point, he thought that I had gone a little bit too far, so he was going to get me back well.
Right.
Really good. And so we had a one-hole restroom in the office complex in the old building.
Yeah.
And I had gone in there to use the restroom. And he thought it would be funny to use his pepper spray and spray under the door.
Oh, Lord.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And my purpose in there required me to have the fan on.
Yeah. Right. Oh, Lord.
And so
Oh, Lord.
when he sprayed that pepper spray,
Oh,
it
my gosh.
immediately came in
Yeah.
there. And I got just a hint of it, and I knew what was going on.
Oh,
Yeah.
And so I held my breath.
Yeah.
And about 2 seconds into holding my breath, I realized, you idiot, at some point you're going to have to breathe.
Yeah.
Well, that just about killed me. And
Oh,
I came
yeah.
out of there
Oh, yeah.
You're like, it's on.
Yeah.
not completely finished,
Yeah.
maybe.
That's right. Right. Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
whole
Y'all
office
cannot
staff got a
view
kick
that
out
one.
of that.
Well,
Oh no, it's good. This is good.
But but how do you one up that on him?
I did. I never could figure it out.
Oh
I can
gosh.
remember as an assistant principal one time we confiscated pepper spray pen kind of thing, and the principal was like, "Hey, spray that in the trash can." I've never smelled that. I was like, "Okay," and we both were running out there. I mean, isn't it like you said? It's like instantaneous.
Oh.
And we were like coughing and and I didn't spray much, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh!" But that's a pretty good one.
That is a good
Yeah, that's really
yeah.
good. We like to prank at work, and Charles, our
yeah.
maintenance
Yeah.
director, he got us good and put signs on the bathrooms said the
Yeah.
plumber's coming because we've had plumbing issues in our building before.
This is in the admin
In our
building.
admin building. So Darren, we didn't know was in on it. So
Yeah.
we are going to the bathroom, and you've been to the co-op at other buildings all day,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
day. 2:00 he comes over.
And I was playing it up because I was doing
Oh.
the same. I was going to other places
He was
too.
going other places, so we didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Like he had put coffee grounds, so it made the water look, and it's
Yeah.
looked like that before. Like
Yeah.
the plumbing's been
Yeah,
messed up.
Yeah.
So we were, whatever. And like 2:00 he comes over there, and Jessica's like, "Charles, we hadn't heard from the plumber," and he was like, "What?" you hadn't heard from the plumber? And it hit me. And I was like, Charles,
Yeah.
if you made us walk.
Yeah.
And he just busted out laughing. I was like, paybacks.
Yeah.
Paybacks, you know what they say. Paybacks.
We
It's
don't
coming.
really have a maintenance. We call our tech guy the maintenology.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maintenology. I
Because
like
when
it.
something needs fixed, Jody and Jeremy have to
Oh
get
yeah,
on.
yeah.
So.
We've had those days,
Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah.
it's and that's what I say. My skill set, you know, in high school, worked at Magic Springs. I was in like the lawn care, then clean up, and all these other things. And back then, you know, they paid because it was seasonal work. If you worked a ride or worked in games, it was like $2.25. We're getting like $4.75 an hour, all the overtime we wanted, and everybody was like, "Gosh, that's such a gross job." And I'm like, "Hey, I'm getting
Hey,
paid."
extra money.
But
yeah.
now I can honestly tell people if they have something, I'm like, I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I haven't done or seen. And let me tell you, I've seen some stuff. I've
Yeah.
had to do some stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, man.
So what about for fun? What do you do besides cornhole?
You better be practicing.
He's
before
looking
our
at me
retreat
'cause
this
Yeah.
year.
They don't think I'm fun.
Yeah,
Oh, she is fun.
Yeah,
Y'all decorate.
Fun in a different way.
that's right.
So I have some fun grandkids that we get
Gotcha.
to hang out with
Okay.
occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Eight.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First grade,
Oh wow,
third grade, and sixth grade.
that's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we like to used to go to the beach a lot. Hadn't done that in a year or
Yeah.
two. I like to go snow skiing. I love snow skiing.
Yeah.
I've never. That's one thing I've not done. Is snow
I hadn't
ski.
either. Yeah.
I've skied and we've traveled a lot of places and.
Yeah.
But now I'm so old. I'm like, I might just want to get on the snowmobile.
Yeah. That's probably yeah.
Yeah.
Spring and fall, I like to get out and I like hiking
Yeah.
trails.
Yeah. Lots
there's
of that up here.
There's some great opportunities
Yeah.
up here, so
Right.
that's a lot of fun for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 8 grandkids, second
Wow.
grade to seniors this year.
Oh, wow.
2 seniors this
That's
year.
awesome.
2 seniors.
Mhm.
Yay.
But my husband and I walk all the time. I mean, we're walkers,
Yeah.
so we get out and walk. We travel once. Usually in October is my vacation, which is our anniversary, and we pick a site. So this
Yeah.
year we're going to Laurel, Mississippi, and the in New Orleans. Is it the World War II Museum?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
What's in Laurel, Mississippi? Is that?
the HGTV.
Oh, yeah.
Home.
Oh
home
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Where they
yeah.
were-
I'm not sure what it
You
is.
have to watch HGTV.
I know
Well,
what you're talking about.
I've just been catching the Facebook stuff out there. It's some kind of controversy with one of them down there, so
Oh,
maybe
they're-
you can get to the bottom
I
of
don't
that.
know. I'll find out
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah, please
she's
do.
like, let me
Please
check
do.
that out.
Yeah.
So musically, if we got in your car, turned it on while we're going here. What's on your playlist, so to speak?
If it's mine, it's Prince.
Oh yeah.
If it's my husband's with me, it's the Beatles.
Yeah.
Wrong error.
Yeah.
That's funny you say that. Beth Neal, one of the biggest Prince
Prince.
fans.
Oh yeah,
ever.
she loves
Yeah.
Prince. Yeah.
I know
like
Beth,
Prince.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, when I got out
Yeah.
this morning, it was KLRC, which is a Christian radio
Right.
station. But at any other given time, it could be a current country station
Right.
or a classic rock station
Yeah.
like Van Halen, Rolling Stones.
Well, that's kind of. I'm very eclectic, and of course, you know, obviously, you know, being in radio music, big music lover. I guess that's because I can't play an instrument. I mean, I barely play back in the day a CD, but what I would say is I love all kinds too.
Sure, too.
You know, and it's so funny. I mean, I blast it out in my car, well, even in my office too. I mean, they'll come in there and they'll like, could you turn that down? We have guests. And I'm like, no, if they don't like it, that's on them, you know. But yeah, it's yeah, a little bit of everything.
I showed the young whippersnappers around here a Prince video. I thought they were going to
Yeah.
stroke.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you'll have to watch it
That-
on YouTube one day.
which one is
It's
it?
kind of
I
graphic.
love
Oh.
Prince.
Well, my favorite one, I found a live one
Prince is
where he
awesome.
does play that funky music, and it drags out
Yeah.
for forever. But man, it's awesome.
That's good.
And yeah, very
Yeah.
talented guy. So, and you know, I'm with you on the Christian stuff. I'm usually good to listen to that till somebody cuts me off in traffic. Once I
I
feel a little
understand.
guilt from the Lord. So that's when I hit the country where hey, they wrote a song about it. So you know, that's how that works for me. So, and Candace, you never know, she's a little
I
bit.
listen to everything.
Yeah.
And then my husband he was listening to 96.7. I'd never heard of that station. It's like classic rock. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good.
Yeah.
So I listen to that some now too.
So to show how old we are, we're a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll.
100%.
that's right.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah.
and when I worked in radio, I only worked in country, but it was during the good stuff, like 90s, you know, and so, but yeah. But I can tell you somebody who not to listen to, and that would be Machine Gun Kelly. Katie swears that that's music.
He sounds good. Of course, I mean, Darren makes fun of me because I listen to Doja Cat, but you know, I mean, I listen to everything.
Yeah, I start
It's
saying,
like I don't know who that is.
you don't need to know. And
If you
sure,
think Prince is bad, no.
Hey, you sure don't need Candace singing Doja Cat because that is not. Oh Lord. I think even Doja Cat, who's
Look,
not easily offended, would be offended by you singing.
I think you would like a couple of her songs, Missy. I do.
But Machine Gun Kelly, terrible.
He's not terrible.
Yeah. No, he tried.
Katie, he's just giving you a hard time.
All these people are having to go country to even get like any kind of notoriety now. So
Yeah.
Is Machine Gun Kelly going country?
he tried. He tried. He
Jody's
tried
like,
one
"What?"
song. Yeah, but who did? But he slowed it way down. It was horrible. It was so. Oh God.
He is a hater. I'm just gonna I'm gonna agree with Katie on that one.
No, y'all just don't know good music. You know.
Okay.
Hey, back in the day. So.
Back in the day.
But anyway.
He does have us by
Well,
quite a few years.
again, we appreciate y'all letting us come up.
Yes.
It's been pretty painless, I hope. Again, I appreciate you guys, too, honestly, because, the co-ops, I think obviously, like I said, I've been doing it 10 years, but within the last 3, I would say, the landscape has changed as far as leadership, that kind of stuff. But I also know we've gone through some battles together as co-ops, which has pulled us together. So I appreciate all that y'all do because I know y'all get after it. Again, you have the same staff that you have, but again, as far as the folks that you try to teach and reach is a lot bigger than, some. And we serve 22 districts, and we're kind of like y'all. We have probably our smallest would be Kirby,
Right.
I would think, and then we all the way up to Benton and Bryant.
Right, yeah.
And so, and everything in between. So, the thing I love about it, every day is a new day.
Every
Yeah,
day's a new
it
day.
is. It's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Candace comes in every day with her to-do list.
Whatever.
And she
He
does.
is such a liar.
Oh, my God. If we open up your desktop, how many of those freaking Post-its would be on there?
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's not a to-do list. That's just like dates of things. It's
To
just
do,
like
right? Yeah. And when they're due. And what I do, my to-do list is right here in the trash,
But I mean, it doesn't mean I get to mark anything off my to-do list.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
it
right.
just
If you
means
do it on sticky notes, though, you just tear it off and throw it away.
I have it on
Yeah.
sticky notes. I have computer sticky
Well,
notes.
and she's so funny, though. I mean, it does. I mean, we're polar opposites,
mean.
and that's what works, right? So for us, but I mean, like, we've kind of moved her into a new place office-wise, and there's like it's the co-op map, right? And every day she'll go in and go, oh, that's better.
I think he moves it on purpose.
I do.
He
I
does.
do. Yeah.
I know he
Yeah.
does.
And like I've got a few things on my desk that she'll come in and she'll think
Yeah, just straighten it.
as she's talking like I don't know. And as soon as she walks out, I'm like,
I don't even know. Like, I'd probably do it and not even
Yeah.
think about
I do
it.
that with this
Yeah.
picture out of
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I can't help it.
So,
I
but
told him, I was like, there's a place for everybody. We all are different.
that's right, exactly. Some are just a whole lot more different.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. I hear you.
And Katie, we're not talking about your kind of different.
We're talking
so,
about
yeah.
Darren's kind of
Yeah.
different. That's what we're talking
Exactly.
about. What does Katie say?
Yeah.
This is Darren's world. We just live in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Katie
Yeah.
says.
Yeah. You spend 10 minutes in our co-op, and we'll find out how true that ain't, right? Exactly. So, well, guys, we appreciate it. Again, we know you're busy, and again, keep doing the good work.
Yes.
It's,
Thanks
yes.
for
For
making the
driving
trip
north.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've
yeah.
enjoyed it. It's
well,
been awesome.
and I look at it like this, it's a big responsibility, K-12 education, but man, what an
Yeah.
incredible opportunity.
Yeah.
And
Good
definitely,
people.
thanks
good
for
people.
feeding me
That's
today.
right.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I should have
Yeah.
said
Yes.
food. Our buffet is also one of the highlights. People always
Yeah.
say our Sonic Ice and our buffet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Listen,
kudos to
Sonic
Elite Catering.
Ice.
Well,
Sweet tea.
lasagna.
Sweet tea and
Hey.
Elite Catering.
Well, I learned the Sonic Ice thing because when we got to the co-op, of course, I inherited about like I think 4 units that died that summer. You know, it's
Uh-huh.
100 and inches of hell out there, and the
Yeah.
air goes out. What do you do? And they're just packed in there. And then ice machines start to go out. Well, how come they get sonic ice and we didn't? So I think we're all sonic iced
Yeah.
up, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Jody
So-
bought an ice machine this year.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. So it's never a dull moment,
That's right.
Well, again, thank y'all, and that will wrap it for this episode of Spilling the Tea in Studio D as we make our trip around the great state of Arkansas.
That's right.
So glad to have been here at Northwest
Enjoyed it.
Co-op today. So until next time, we will see you.